Hello guys. The horribly interesting truth is that the world we live in is but a single cell within the body of an actual living being. This immensely large creature is an extremely sophisticated life form. It feeds on the souls of the inhabitants dying within the cells of its body. Its body consists of trillions of cells, and all of its cells are being continuously serviced by creatures that move around in technologically advanced vessels of different sizes and shapes, known to us as UFOs or USOs. Those creatures are the personnel of the worlds and have the task of maintaining them, with the well-being of the immensely large creature having the highest priority. Maintaining this world includes the physical bioengineering and distribution of species, the annihilation of species, the implementation of genetic alterations within species, infrastructural maintenance and repairs, ensuring a high level of soul production, ensuring the safety and stability by neutralizing threats from awakened civilization, etc. The immensely large creature itself was bioengineered to be as it is. Many of the cells within its tremendously large body were designed to be self-sustainable soul farms, just as it is the case with this world. But in order for the soul farms to be functional and productive, they must be free of movement. This world has the shape of a half-full sphere, and its lower half is built up of around 100 levels. This means that more than 90% of the weight of this half-full sphere is concentrated in its lower half. The half-full sphere itself is situated within an outer sphere, forming a unit of spheres. Between the two spheres there is a layer of electric plasma that, among other things, acts as a lubricant. Gyroscopic properties are formed in such a way and are keeping the half-full sphere perfectly balanced. In addition to these gyroscopic properties, all movements made by the immensely large creature are being partially dampened and neutralized by the flexibility of the intercellular tissue that connects all outer spheres. Therefore, due to all of these dampening and movement neutralizing properties, from the perspective of the inhabitants, this world seems to be stationary and immovable. And that is exactly how the immensely large creature's cells and body were bioengineered to function. However, there is plenty of evidence that major catastrophic events took place in the past. There were devastating tsunamis that were several kilometers high. Those events caused worldwide floods that killed off and petrified the humanoid titans and other huge land animals, some of which were several kilometers tall. Back then, the immensely large creature made movements that were of a spasmodic nature. Those movements were violent and too energetic to be able to be dampened and neutralized by the gyroscopic properties of the half-full sphere within the outer sphere and by the intercellular tissue. The immensely large creature experienced a type of violent muscle contraction, and I believe that that was around the time of its birth. Currently, the immensely large creature in the body of which we are is around 50,000 years old. But there is evidence that this world is even older than that. The land masses that we walk upon are the petrified carcasses of dragon-like animals that were more than 1500 kilometers long. I believe that those dragon-like animals lived and were killed even before the immensely large creature was born. And those 1500 kilometers long dragons were slaughtered and petrified directly by the creatures in the UFOs. I've already stated that the immensely large creatures have mammalian properties, but they are much more complex than that. They are some type of hybrid. a mixture of species, and there is even a possibility that they hatch into life. Whether that's the case, or they were simply born like a mammal, the fact remains that this world was created during the pregnancy of its mother, or during the time that the immensely large creature spent in the egg before it hatched. Either way, this is a relatively old world. It was formed and it existed as a cell within the body of the immensely large creature long before its birth. The longer we go back in time, the bigger the bioengineered life forms that inhabited it were, and the more their souls used to weigh. The immensely large creature used to feed on souls when it was still a fetus. During its birth, it most likely made one or more spasmodic movements, the energy of which couldn't be fully dampened and neutralized. Several apocalyptic events took place as a result of that. But regardless of how things appear to be, everything points out that those devastating movements are simply a predetermined part of the lives of the extremely sophisticated, immensely large creatures. They were meant to happen. It's a part of their nature. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.